You hear that? What did you hear, Jeff?
There's a man whispering.
Yeah. Where from?
That room. Phil, there's talking up in one of those rooms.
Is that you trying to move something in here? Ah, so you are there. Oh, movement downstairs.
I heard that. I heard that. I actually thought it was a voice.
That wasn't a little bit of movement, that was a lot of movement. What? What was it?
Yes, sir, yes. Evan Poison. Manufactured records. It's like a light is in my face, but I can't fall for you. I close my eyes and drift away. I've toast on you. Cause then you wake up dead one day.
Our investigation continues in Halstead, and the evidence captured suggests that the previous owner, Kevin Butcher, who was found dead in between the lounge and the hallway on the ground floor, is still here at the property. He has been seen on numerous occasions, not only by the present occupants, but also by the previous tenants.
You feel like someone is watching you when you're asleep, to the extent that I don't want to move and let them know that I'm aware of them being there. It will just suddenly wake me up and I know that something is there.
There's just noises all over the house, and sometimes I see, well, I think I see things in the hall, like somebody there, but then I'll look away and there's nothing there.
And the first thing that happened was I saw legs walk into the kitchen, and then we were playing in the back bedroom and teddies would come off the shelf.
As Phil and I were on the ground floor, there was movement on the stairs, and our static cam in the lounge, which was facing that area, has caught the apparition of Mr. Butcher. A solid black figure appears on the stairs. As we approach that area, you can see the figure step back into the wall. Here is the entire unedited footage. You will see the figure as it appears on the bottom right static cam.
Come up and talk to me, Kevin, please. Tell me what you did, where you were based. Were you in this country, or did you manage to go overseas, maybe to Africa or somewhere like that? Where did you meet your wife? Do you want to talk about her, or would you rather not? And you're going to need to try and communicate with us somehow, Kevin, because otherwise I'm just going to ask questions and I won't know whether I'm, communicating with you and you're happy, or whether I'm, annoying you, which I don't want to do.
Movement on the stairs.
Okay. Why aren't you showing yourself? Are you frightened? Perhaps you don't have the energy to do it, I don't know.
Phil, just seen something.
Okay.
I can't see where I am.
No, you're good. What did you see, Jeff?
Up against the wall here.
Yeah. Oh.
Something black moved along the wall. Did you just hear that movement?
Yeah.
In this room again.
Now we just saw you move. And it's when I said, are you frightened? You really don't need to be frightened. Come and talk to us. Why are you going from one place to another? Oh. Ah, so you are there. Walk through the light again.
It's picking up movement in the room. A voice is captured on the digital recorder coming from inside the room responding to Phil. Phil asks, walk through the light again, and the response is, you didn't make sense. Is this because the spirit cannot see the light of the motion detector? Here is the audio enhanced.
Walk through the light again.
It's picking up movement in the room.
Walk through the light again.
It's picking up movement in the room.
Oh, movement downstairs.
I heard that. I heard that. I actually thought it was a voice.
That wasn't a little bit of movement, that was a lot of movement.
We both hear a loud noise or movement coming from downstairs, and after reviewing all of our cameras, we find that the static cam in the lounge has caught the door under the stairs opening for no reason whatsoever.
Movement downstairs. Movement downstairs. Come on, this is your house. Would you normally let people just come into your house?
Heard that.
What did you hear, Jeff?
There's a man whispering.
Yeah. Where from?
That room. Heard that. Heard that.
What did you hear, Jeff?
There's a man whispering.
Yeah. Where from?
That room. That's his room.
Yeah.
This is his room. I heard your voice. Coming in. Please don't be annoyed. I heard your voice.
Was this your bedroom? Or was this a room you used as a study, perhaps? This is the smallest room. And if you lived here on your own, did you have this house from new?
Are you fed up? Depressed? Are you a nasty person?
Do you not get bored staying here?
Do you like Jackie? Do you like Clive? What about their son, David? Do you have a connection with him? Are you hearing someone talking? I hear someone talking, which is coming from my right side. The voice is saying, it's Clive's room, and the room is indeed Clive's bedroom. Here is the audio enhanced. Are you hearing someone talking? Are you hearing someone talking?
Do you come in this room? This is the room where apparently toys were seen moving in the past. Do you prefer one room to another? Or do you just wander around the house? There's another one of the lights on the bed here, so you could turn that one on if you want to. It's so quiet that you could quite easily make a noise. But to move something would be much better. It would really let us know that you're here. Because noises are very easily explained. Is that you making that noise?
I'm not moving. Well, what are you hearing?
It's like a scratching noise from somewhere. Is that you trying to move something in here? I can hear you knocking now. That's not you, is it, Jeff?
No, I'm not moving. I'm standing dead still.
Oh, I heard you knocking. Brilliant. Can you do it again? It sounded like a drumming of fingers on a desk, but it came, well, I thought it came from over your way, to be truthful.
No, I'm not hearing anything from here. Phil has a response to his question. Knocking and banging can be heard. Here is the audio taken from Phil's digital recorder.
Is that you trying to move something in here? I can hear you knocking now. That's not you, is it, Jeff?
No, I'm not moving. I'm standing dead still.
Is that you trying to move something in here? I can hear you knocking now. That's not you, is it, Jeff?
No, I'm not moving. I'm standing dead still.
You hear that?
No, I'm not hearing anything. What are you hearing?
Knocking. Like a drumming of fingers knocking. You hear that?
No, I'm not hearing anything. What are you hearing?
Knocking. Like a drumming of fingers knocking. You hear that?
No, I'm not hearing anything. What are you hearing?
Knocking. Like a drumming of fingers knocking. Did you have a good life? We all have our ups and downs. There's good times and there's bad times. But overall, would you say you were happy? Can you look back and reflect on the fun times you had? Or do you remember things differently? Perhaps you had a hard childhood. I believe you were an only child, is that right? Do you feel that you achieved something with your time here? Did you make people laugh? And what about friends? Did you have friends here? Even if you feel that there were failings or things you missed out on, that doesn't mean to say that you didn't make a difference. Even if one person in particular treated you badly, that doesn't mean to say that everybody felt the same about you.
I take a seat on the stairs to tell Kevin of an experience I had to see if he will respond to me. I know how you feel. Because a long time ago something happened to me. Just like yourself. And hardly anyone knows what happened. Same sort of circumstances. As I say, a long time ago, I was with someone that done sort of the same thing to me, like what's happened to you. And I thought I was fine. I moved back to Mum and Dad's, and I remember one night I was watching telly, just had something to eat, and I was making my way back to the kitchen, and I suddenly felt, I don't know what the word is, I just felt strange, and I felt faint. And I remember my father, who was in the back room, he was watching telly, and I walked in there, and I remember saying to him, "Dad," and he said, "What?" And that was the last thing I remember. Apparently I passed out and fell on top of him. And then I was taken in an ambulance to hospital. And my mum was in the ambulance. And the driver and paramedics asked me if I knew who she was. And I said no. I'd lost all memory. And they took me to the hospital and they put me in this ward. Couldn't remember anything about myself, and I remember the people around me. There was a girl in a bed next to me. I can't remember her name now, but she was really pretty, and she was there trying to cut her wrists with a plastic knife, and I just couldn't work out why I'd been put in this place. And apparently it was just, my body just shut down because of stress. I didn't even know I had stress. It just shut down. I had enough. So, as I say, not a lot of people know, not even Phil, who's standing there holding the camera now. It's the first time he's hearing about this. And it took a week for me to get out of there. I regained my memory. It was just all the pressure and stress that I'd been through. So I know exactly how you feel. Things can just get on top of you. And sometimes, in my case, without you even knowing. And your body just shuts down. Phil, there's talking up in one of those rooms. My story brings a response, and I hear a voice come from one of the rooms upstairs saying, "That's how we learn from going through all that." Here's the audio enhanced, taken from my digital recorder. Phil, there's talking up in one of those rooms. Phil, there's talking up in one of those rooms. At this point in the investigation, we decide to take a break, which we have done on several occasions throughout the night. The light switch to turn on the kitchen light is behind an unused door in the hallway. The door opens only about 6 inches, so the switch can be reached. On the other side of the door is a cupboard which stops the door from opening fully. As I open the door to reach the switch, I see and touch a hand which is covering the switch. It is solid and pale grey in colour. As I touch it and see it at the same time, I jerk backwards, pulling my arm and shoulder.
What? What was it? What happened? You okay? Go on. You alright?
Yeah, I'm alright.
What happened?
F***ing hand on the door.
You saw a hand on the door?
No.
Of the other side?
I f***ing hurt my arm as well. I yanked my arm. I pulled my arm right back. It scared me for a second. I reached for the light switch.
Yeah.
And there was already a hand there. There was a f***ing hand there. Even though I was taken by surprise and slightly shaken by what had happened, the investigation was to continue, and something was to come to light that would back up my experience of seeing and touching the hand which was over the light switch on the wall.